Mayor Flanagan. So there's not gonna be a tour for a few weeks.
When you look back on this time compared to some recent events with World of T-shirts, you'll say this is relatively tame. He didn't really have a massive freak out at all. He was mostly doing music, doing some drinks, and he's getting ready to go on his cruise. So as you saw, the plan for him is to leave on Sunday the 27th of October, and basically it's like a week long. He's gonna come back and then he's gonna fly to Germany, where I won't lie, I'm a little bit worried. I'm a little bit worried that he might be doing some specific salutes out there, and they don't really take that very well. You know, I feel like something like that, if there's an audience for Josh in Germany, who really knows? I think he might be coerced to do something bad. But a lot of people have been kind of concerned about how this whole cruise thing is going to go. And in case you haven't really noticed, all of his trips basically are, he gets drunk, he kind of freaks out a little bit, but it's nothing to the extreme of him getting like arrested or anything like that. I don't think he's gonna go and jump off a barrier into the ocean while he's on his cruise, and he'll have some drinky poos. He's there for a week. Who knows? Maybe he'll get sent to the brig, but I don't think it's gonna be that bad. Today, we're gonna go over some clips of Mr. Bass just being an absolute lunatic. I know, it's been building up for some time. Ever since his channel got deleted, he's been staring at the sun, he's been getting angry at Josh, and they have a surprise female guest, Letty from Fish Tank, who shows up towards the end of this video. So let's look into it. So this is the extreme that we see from Mr. Bass. Everybody understands that this smiling, dancing, haha persona is all fake. His true pimp rage is starting to emerge. He's starting to treat Josh like one of his ladies that he shipped away to a mysterious island in the Caribbean that may or may not have, you know, some ramifications for some people in very high positions. But you see here that this is also probably not the first time that he's yelled at Josh in this regard. And the whole premise of it is that Josh wanted to turn off donations because whatever, they were pissing him off, they were making him upset, whatever. And you hear Mr. Bass say, they barely been donating, don't you touch it, don't you touch it. And he's starting to feel pressed a little bit, right? You know, all that money that he made off of basically trafficking girls in his previous career and allegedly doing some other things I won't name here. He basically, where did all that money go? It went into all the knickknacks and shit in your apartment, and now you have to beg and plead on your botted views on your streams in order to make money. And Josh, who's actually contributing the content for you, is, you know, he can't run the show. It's a bit disappointing, but obviously it's like this whole video, I hope, kind of gives you some perspective, because I slam doink a little bit on Josh. I don't think Josh is the greatest person. I don't think Josh is infallible of criticism, but we start to see the mask slip with Mr. Bass a lot more recently, and it's going to prove time and time again that he's not this cute little princess that he likes to dance around and masquerade as.
But what is that going to do for you?
It'll protect me.
From what?
From haters.
No, actually that's not true. There will always be haters. Whether you work at
They're
Burger King, whether
scaring
you're
me
on
off
TikTok.
of the platform, and they're winning.
That's not true. I don't think that's true.
They're scaring me off of TikTok, and so far they're winning. I can't sustain it anymore. I'm thinking of just giving up TikTok and working at Burger King. Being a boring minimum wage.
Arjun sent $20. Yo, it's Arjun.
Curse you, this stupid hat. It's all your fault.
Oh my God.
No, Josh.
So this other guy, he's referred to as the soldier during the stream. Who cares, right? Josh is having an in-depth conversation once again about how he wants to go work at Burger King because the trolls are getting to him. It's too much to deal with. And honestly, relatable, Josh. You know, I see where you're coming from, because when I was growing up, I remember my coaches, whenever I would play sports, they would tell me, don't let your opponent know that you're tired. You know, don't hunch over looking like you're out of breath. Don't hold your hands above your head, because they're going to start targeting you and they're going to go after you because you're tired, right? And this is, Josh, you can't let the trolls know that you're down in the dumps, that you're considering a retirement to Burger King. You're going to be putting the fries in the bag. Oh my God, you think, and that's the thing too. It's like, obviously, I want to get this out of the way. Josh is not retiring. This is all probably just a ploy, a skit, whatever. But it's also mentioned a little bit later that Josh is kind of this like public figure that probably can never disappear into like the background. Like, hypothetically speaking, if TikTok got shut down and Josh had to find a real job or whatever, or go on welfare or whatever the hell he would do in that scenario, if he was working at like a fast food place, people are going to recognize him. He's not like this, you know, micro niche celebrity that's like 100K followers or something. Like, he's decently well known. I know normies in my life who have seen at least a video of Josh, right? All right, so it's like, it's not that outlandish to assume, but we get the one true freak out of Josh this week. You know, it's pretty tame, as I said, compared to recent weeks where people are starting to show up once again outside of Mr. Base's apartment, and the restaurant owner down below him is really pissed, and it's because people are constantly shouting at night as people are trying to eat on the patio, and they have the windows open in the restaurant down below, and it's causing a ruckus.
That's safer than the people we usually have protected.
Get out of the window! Get out of our window!
Josh, security's going to take care of it. This is our day off.
Get out of my house! Get out of my house! Get out of my house! Get out!
Brush those crusty teeth.
You killed her chick.
Get out of my house!
Have your passport, you fucking pussy.
Josh.
I'm coming for you.
Josh,
I'm breaking
back
and I'm
here.
going to eat you out of your...
Oh, God, with a Marine, he gets crazy. John, Frankie, get back.
Come on.
You can see how gleeful he is. I think deep down Josh does love this, and it's hard for me to tell nowadays what Josh does and doesn't understand about his own life, right? Like, it's hard for me to tell if he's goofing on him or if he's actually pissed about something. Maybe that says something about me being incapable of deciphering that. But there have been messages that have been sent talking about how people are gonna climb through Mr. Base's window to start taking things out of the apartment. Frankie, collectibles, Josh himself, who knows? But Mr. Base says he's gonna close the window, so shut that down, trolls. But you know, honestly, your biggest security breach is Josh himself. Him being ready to go flying out the front door, that's opening access to intruders, Mr. Base. I think you might want to back off on that. And in case you didn't notice, Mr. Base, he has a bandage on his arm, and I wasn't really going to talk about a whole lot, but in these upcoming clips where he's hanging out with Letty, he makes the indication that he was going to set his arm on fire, and then he went to some urgent care or something, and they patched him up, and he made this whole melodramatic story out of it. It wasn't worth my time, but I'm giving it some credence, so it's documented in the Josh lore. So now we're moving on into the Letty story.
But is it real or fake?
What?
If it's not really your there's nothing wrong with it. Is it really your that people are sharing?
Is it real that you murder people?
No, I never did in my life. Is it true that you have a really hairy? You said to me, my chat wants me to fight with you, Mr. Base, and I said, if you do,
I didn't say that. I said
Jason is going to
they
fight you
want
if
me
you
to
don't
be
let
mean
Josh
to
shave
you,
your
and then I
butthole on
wasn't
screen.
mean
I said
to
it
you,
just
and then you started being weird
Can I
to
keep
me,
the butthole
so I
hairs,
started kind of riffing back to you and saying, oh, you someone.
Right, I said to you, I wouldn't take that approach because I'll destroy you.
So Mr. Based is getting pressed a little bit here, right? Now, we have to give some context to this Letty person. If you don't know who Letty is, she was a contestant on Fish Tank, which is basically the show that brings a bunch of contestants into a house. They have to endure a lot of crazy stuff, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't really matter. And when she was there, her ex-boyfriend leaked some videos and pictures and things of her. Now, before she showed up to this house with Mr. Based allegedly was asking her about these pictures and asking her if they were hot or not. Now she shows up and he keeps pressing her about it, and she responds right back, you know, tit for tat. You know, if you're gonna deal it, you better be ready to take it, right? And Mr. Based is not really ready to take it. He's getting pushback, and we're about to see some yelling at Josh scenario things going on here, because he doesn't like being the small man in the conversation, right? Because obviously a big strong man is a man who pimps women and sells them out to multi-billionaires in order to exploit them. That's what big alpha strong men do. And you know, little betas accuse him of doing wrong. You know, that's just pathetic. I can't believe I made it this far talking about Mr. Based, and I haven't used the terms alpha and beta before, but I think this is a proper analogy.
He did not send me. I am a woman with agency. I actually did not really know who you were. I knew him, kind of. I've seen like a clip of him.
How do you know Pow Envy? It's a big world, and he's a very small creator.
I
How do you
knew
know
him from
him?
Fish Tank.
Oh.
Yeah, I did not know you guys were related at all.
Well,
Like,
WLEO
that's none of their
sent
business.
$15.
Just tell him it's not Harry anymore so they can respect you.
Clear. How this old
is
you're
just
getting his
making you
feelings
look
so hurt, but
bad.
this young woman.
Just tell them that you shaved it and it's clean now.
And this is the derogatory way that Mr. Based has treated basically every woman that has crossed paths into the world of t-shirts, Mr. Basterverse, or whatever you want to call it. He is very demeaning, and it's not surprising because anybody that made a career off of exploiting and selling and taking advantage of different women, it's no surprise that they would demean other people that were in a situation. And obviously this whole thing with Letty is obviously a crime that was committed against her. It was not to her own volition. It wasn't like, oh, she went on the show and then we found that she was doing some hoinky poink on the side and we found her channel and all that and whatever, right? It was, oh, her ex-boyfriend is an absolute criminal who released this information online against her will, and now she has to deal with the ramifications of it. And Mr. Based, obviously the sympathetic, the caring person himself, is trying to use it to leverage some sort of social opinion or something. It's hard to understand where Mr. Based's point of view is coming from, because he is the most insecure creator, if you even want to call that, on the platform. Anybody that feels the need to pump up their stream numbers with tens of thousands of fake viewers is one of the biggest bitches that will exist out there. So it shouldn't come as a surprise that when he starts to get pushback, he's gonna dig lower. He's gonna go on the low road as much as he possibly can, because I'm gonna shrivel up. I'm Mr. Based. My life's so hard. You guys are so mean. How could you believe these totally allegedly things that I did in the past? Oh, that's so rough. It's not like I've ever shown my own personality online to be a completely corrupt and terrible person. That would just be insane.
It's okay. You don't have to my country. We can say something. Like, I know you feel
You said
Eliminate the enemy.
Can you fight me with a big smile? And you have a reputation. You have a reputation of being evil to people on Fish Tank. I'm not upset. No, men are competitive. I'm just fighting back. You attack me, I'm fighting back. I'm going to give you back. I'm a content machine. If you really don't want to fight, do something nice.
If you want to be a nice person, why don't you just make advances on Josh? You know, why don't you take your top off? Who cares? This is the Mr. Based show. He's gonna make the greatest content in the entire world. He's a content machine, guys. It's crazy that he thinks he's the content machine. Now, I've given him credit in the past that his filmography has gotten a little bit better, his directography, or whatever the hell it's called. His ability to film Josh when he's freaking out, it's gotten much better in recent times. But let's not pretend like people are showing up to the Mr. Based stream for Mr. Based, because when Josh is not there, his fake viewers drop, his real viewers drop, and that's why why he gets angry, because he's not getting the donations that he needs in order to survive and live his weird, creepy lifestyle. Maybe he'll get some more Asian P words to show up in here that don't speak any English. Who knows where he got them from? But you know, he's got connections, he's got friends, he's got buddies in the industry.
These people have ruined your life, and you pick on me. Like,
that's
why
the
would?
point.
And the shit
My
about
life is not
the
ruined.
shit about me is not
I'm in
even
New York.
anywhere you go. They spread all that shit about you. Your life's ruined.
Yeah, well, no one actually cares. in
And
real
your
life.
shit's
Only
true. My
internet
shit's not
people
true.
care.
Oh,
What?
TTS is bugging.
You were friends with Jeffrey's team, self-admitted.
No, I was just, he was a client, and I made $500,000 on him.
You don't understand, guys. He was a client, not a friend. Even though in the past I said that he was a pretty good person, that he didn't really believe the accusations that were alleged against him. But he was just a buddy. I just made $500,000 selling probably underage girls to his island that were taken advantage of by the world's biggest, most powerful elite in the entire history of the universe. It's no big deal. I mean, it was just a transaction. You know, it was people. It was a person, you know, person for money transaction. But come on, you're gonna take that out on me? Oh my God, I'm Mr. Beast. I'm like a saint. I'm such a good person. Why would anybody think I would do harm to anybody? Minus all the times I've done harm to people. Never mind the fact that it was what, like a month ago that he beat up one guy who came to his apartment. He's trying to do this holier than thou, this angel approach. I would never hurt anybody. That's just not the Mr. Beast way.
Here's your chance. Wait. Let's see if you have balls. Am I exploiting Josh or not?
Josh, do you feel
No, I'm asking you directly. Yes or no? Am I exploiting Josh?
No.
I'm asking you.
I honestly don't know enough about you.
No. Yes or no answer. Am I exploiting Josh? Have the balls to say what you think.
Stop eating your boogers and put
I
the
am
fries
saying
in
what I
bed.
think. Have I ever did this?
You're going to be running around saying I'll exploit him for the next couple of years. So why don't you say it now?
I'm not.
No, you don't.
So this is the fire clip I was alluding to early on, and this is the one point that I guess if you want to give Mr. Based any credit, I don't even like saying credit, but he does push back on Letty and say, well, tell me your actual opinions on if I'm exploiting Josh. Now, her saying is, I don't really keep up with it, so I can't really say. And in fairness, she hasn't really directed any of the conversation towards Josh. She's been directing it towards the accusations against Mr. Based, right? Now, I will answer the question. He is exploiting Josh for views and money, and he said that because he got giddy, and I think I might have included it in the past. He got giddy at the idea that the way that this ends is that Josh is going to die from alcohol poisoning or whatever. And we're gonna be the biggest on the entire internet during that time, which isn't true. And he gets joy out of that perception that the guy that he's allegedly best friends with and is looking out and caring for, but he likes the idea that he's gonna get big off of Josh dying on a stream or in adjacency to him. It's really gross, man.
Well, I've never actually met another murderer before.
So you know for a fact that I'll see you for someone you up. Maybe you'll be rich one day.
Hey, calm down, Mr.
Hostile
Biggs.
UAV
It's not that
established overhead.
serious.
You can sue
Yo, you
somebody
deserve
who
everything
lives-
you get for the
I don't think you-
because you're disgusting picking on these shit
Hostile
that's not true.
UAV
Everyone
established
should
above.
fuck you up
I
for
don't
the true
think
shit
it's
you do.
possible to sue
Because you're kind of a
somebody.
disgusting girl. You're cute,
Right.
and it won't last that long, but you're a disgusting human. I'm telling you I have to change all my titles to link to you and everything. I said,
Yeah, to
fine,
make it
fine.
worth my while.
That's a person I have to cut. No one's
Enemy
ever
care
asked me to
package
do that.
above.
To make it worth my while, you know?
Look at all the cash I keep shoveling at you.
You don't give me that much. Look how many TTS you've got this stream.
Everyone says you should pay me to be exposed to my audience.
Why do I keep shaking when I drink?
Oh, Josh.
You see
It's
what?
when you drink only.
It's when I've abstained for like a day or two.
It means you're addicted to alcohol.
What do I do? Should I cut down?
I like that Josh is trying to diffuse the situation. Let's get back to his alcoholism, but I won't let that slide because Mr. Bass just had the most embarrassing crash out, meltdown, whatever you want to call it, blowout that we've seen in a while. He's getting pressed over. These people say it to him all the time, and it gets under his skin because it's probably allegedly true. Don't sue me, Mr. Beast. It's not slander. I said allegedly 45 times. It gets under his skin because maybe my my morality that I've suppressed my entire life in order to take advantage of every single person I've ever interacted with. Ooh, maybe it's starting to come up a little bit. And now I'm gonna take it out on some 20-something-year-old girl who had a horrible event happen to her in the past against her own volition, and I'm gonna try and slam doink on her for it. Oh, Mr. Base, the wholesome person. And it's such a shame because your best friend Josh right there, he's trying to express his own concerns, but no, Mr. Base, you deserve everything you've ever gotten, and I hope people F you up in the future. Like, what the hell is going on, man?
Jerusalem, your story, man,
out of the
Letty can show you. You got kicked out of the tank, babe.
Well, I know you're sensitive. It's okay, Mr. Base. I'm sensitive too, but I didn't expect, like...
I'll tell you what.
I've never met such a sensitive...
Okay, how about we make up and we let you stay?
I'm just kidding.
Right, how about we let you stay all night? Because I don't even think you have the bonus.
Yes, I do. But
we were just
you would
kidding.
be scamming your viewer.
No, we like you. We want you to stay.
I think she's right. You're scamming a viewer.
Oh, if I don't kick her out?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you said 200.
You'll have to leave, otherwise that's scam.
I know, I just called out the scam. See, I'm virtual. Yeah, bye, guys.
Bye.
You want to shout out your socials before you go?
No, it's fine. I don't care.
You want to shout out your...
Have one. Do you want to shout out your victims?
You want to shout out your hairy...
Julia!
He's just getting absolutely eviscerated at this point, man. And like, I felt so icky, so gross when he was saying, well, why don't you prove that we have no issue and stick around? Ooh, Mr. Based asking you to spend the night. Ooh, something bad's happening there. You're getting placed into some shipping container and getting sent to Bill Gates' front door. That's for certain. That is 100% happening. But, you know, Letty took it in stride. She was still doinking on her. She didn't really turtle up, which is a good sign because Mr. Based, I would say, is all bark and no bite, but he has taken out some anger on some people's faces in the past, all right? And it would be pretty damning for him to go after a like 100-pound, 5'6" girl. So, you know, she has some immunity built in there. We got some other bystanders just hanging around. I'm always curious by these other dudes and chicks that show up and they're like, hell yeah, Mr. Based, I'm down the clown with you. We're gonna hang out and have a grand old time. So once Letty leaves, she goes on Instagram and does an Instagram live talking about her experience and going into it and how she basically ended up in this situation.
I was mostly just playing because I don't really know the story. And he was being pretty creepy to me. That's why I brought it up in the first place, because he stuck on one topic and was creepy for like 10 minutes. So I was like, okay, fine. Well, I'm gonna say what gets under your skin then if you're gonna stay on this topic.
And this is the perfect way to respond to Mr. Based. I love the punk dudes that hang out close by Mr. Based's apartment. They always clown on him whenever he walks by. And Mr. Based, obviously, like, you know, I can't be advocating for certain things because I really want to say some things that could be construed in a poor way. But, you know, I just want to get back to the Josh show at this point, right? I'm looking forward to the day that Mr. Based disappears from the limelight, maybe has some freak out in public himself, and his entire internet career, in quotations, is just destroyed. And I guess next time we'll see how the cruise has gone for Josh, because by the time this is uploaded, Josh would be on day 1.5 basically of the cruise. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.
And here are some highlights from it.
This is a 1939 one?
No, here's some highlights from, no.
Oh, this
Here's
is
some
yesterday.
highlights from last night, Chat, last night. Here are some highlights from Madison Square Garden, where Donald Trump went back to his hometown to have a rally.
Fucking Nazis.
Am I doing poll watch later?
Yeah, you can do poll watch later. We're gonna
Watch the rally.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, everybody.
Austin's in the building.
Hello.
Everybody. God damn, you are so friggin' loud.
Oh, sorry. Is that too
No,
much?
it's all good.
Can I move the monitor here this way? What?
No.
Why not?
That's insane.
You always do that so I can see.
No, I don't care. You don't have to see anything. You're
Okay.
just here to look pretty.
Are you kidding me?
You're
I'm
here
a
to look-
politician now. Who
you
interviewed Bernie Sanders?
You're here to look pretty and respond, okay?
Who interviewed Bernie Sanders?
You did. What do you mean?
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
Okay.
but this is
You have
my
to-
stream, okay? This ain't the Bernie
I
stream.
just need you to respect me as a political commentator.
Let's see what the guest camera looks like. Look at this. Boom.
Oh, dang. Look at that.
Yeah, we got
Things are looking great. All right. Things are
Austin.
looking great.
Austin, the passenger princess, is right.
Yep.
Anyway,
Yeah, no. I'm here. I've been trying to go to the gym for like the last hour.
you just ended
Or
with
3
Mike
hours.
a minute ago. Wait, you were on Mike's stream?
Yeah, I was doing commentary.
Wait, really?
I was taking an interview with Mike. We were talking about the polls.
That's so funny.
We were talking about.
Look at you. You are horny, dude. You are horny to talk about. Dude, you were literally doing this yesterday. We were on the lines waiting for a freaking roller coaster, and Austin's like looking at like poll distribution numbers. He's like, oh, dude, things are looking great in Georgia suburbs right now. You know?
I mean, I didn't say that. I don't want to be held to that because I didn't say that specifically. I haven't looked at the Georgia suburbs numbers. Okay.
Yeah.
In the last few days, but look, I mean, I'm libbed up. I'm ready. I mean, not as libbed up in 2020, not like libbed up in like the literal sense, like liberaled up, but just like electioned up. Like tracking the data, looking at what's going on. I was feeding him information about the Nazi rally that happened.
Yeah, you were on it, dude. You were freaking on it. He was DMing me the whole time. Dude,
Yeah.
you have issues, man. Okay.
I have issues.
Yeah.
Bro, this is your job. What do you mean? I have issues. You know
that's
every day.
that's why I'm saying you have issues. It's my job, and I was like, I'm like less locked in than you
I
are.
only do it like once every 4 years. You
That's
do it
true.
all-
I do it when it's fucking boring too. I don't give a shit. But yeah, it's crazy to do it at like.
You're doing it when it's entertaining.
It's crazy to do it while like It's crazy to do it while you're at Disneyland. That's what I'm saying. It's crazy. All right. Anyway. Yes. Scrolling you Mitch voters feed at Disneyland. All right. We're gonna do the Trump rally. We're gonna look at some of the highlights from the Trump rally. So for those of you who don't know, Donald Trump had a rally in Madison Square Garden. Now, why is this important? One, because he's not going to win New York. Why is he doing this rally? He's trying to get a lot of media coverage surrounding the rally. And I guess in order to maximize the media coverage, he just let the racists run crazy, say crazy ass shit during this rally. Now, it's not that surprising. Madison Square Garden has hosted a Nazi rally in the past, I believe in 1939. So, it hasn't been 100 years yet. I just never really thought that we would get a second Nazi rally before the century turned, right? Have you heard about what's happening in Scartaville? No, I don't. I'm not gonna do what the fuck. I'm over here talking about like a Nazi rally in Madison Square Garden, and this chatter's like, bro, please talk about the internal politics of Georgia, not like the state of Georgia. The Georgian nation state.
Oh, yeah.
And like Russian influence.
My feed's been very confusing. I don't know why the algorithm has been feeding me the state of Georgia information.
That's
I'm
crazy.
looking for the U.S. state of Georgia.
Yeah. Anyway, here's the rally. If you want to skip around, just send me links from like some of the top moments, because there's a lot of crazy shit. I know this one is a big one too. We're gonna cover that. Oh yeah, he went up there and he was saying some nutty ass bullshit. Dr. Phil was there.
Phil was
all of the worst people. All of the worst of the worst scumbags were there. It was just fucking awful.
Begin with this, of course, and you know what the lead story is. The presidential election, there are just 8 days to go, and the candidates are drawing massive crowds as they crisscross around the country. We're going to start with former President Donald Trump returning to his hometown right here in New York, where he headlined it.
And here are some highlights from it. No, here's some highlights from no. Here's some highlights from last night, Chat. Last night, here are some highlights from Madison Square Garden, where Donald Trump went back to his hometown to have a rally and to talk about how to make America great again, and numerous other things of that nature. Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah, you can see some young Trump supporters here. Okay.
I mean, George was pretty racist.
Yeah. Just, you know.
I mean, George may have been there if he was still alive at the time, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, he.
Flag of the United States of America and the Republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible.
Yeah, dude. He's like the leader of like the American Nazi movement, I think. Wow, really loved it. The crowd was loving it, dude. 22,000 of them.
Where did all these people go during the World War II? Like, were they like, oh shit?
It's actually a good question. I don't know, but I did not know this. I did not know this until I watched Band of Brothers, but there was like a call to fatherland call from Nazi Germany. So some Americans of German descent unironically flew, like they went to Germany to fight on the side of Nazi Germany. Oh my God. So you had dudes who were like cornbred in Ohio and shit, like that literally went to fight alongside Nazi Germany. They got captured by American soldiers. They'd be like, yeah, I'm from Wyoming. And he's like, just a Nazi.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, so not all of them went back. Were they just like?
No, I don't think all. Yeah. I mean, there is a
like, oh shit, I didn't know it was all that.
I mean, dude, I think they know. I think they know it's all that. If you're at this rally and you're throwing up the Roman salute, you know it's
like I know. I know clearly.
Yeah. You're gonna be in the LA Times, by the way.
Oh. Great. Well, it won't be the first time I've been in a big time publication. No, I've been on CNN. You know. CNN. I've been on CNN. I've been on. I think Bernie Sanders interview. I don't know where that was. But.
So there is a Nazi mansion that they destroyed in the mountains here in California in like the Pacific Palisades. Yeah, I've been to it before they completely. I think they like destroyed it completely. Yeah, it's like a beautiful hike. And then like randomly in the middle of the mountain, there's like a Nazi compound.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And they used to tag it all the time. And I think like they condemned the building and it got to like a degree where obviously they're not going to do upkeep on a fucking Nazi mansion, right?
Of course not.
So it's called Hearst Castle. That it is, right? Yeah. And it's kind of interesting because it's like,
okay.
They had ambitions of I guess like reinventing America from within, basically. There's some weird camera flickering and flashes. Yes, there is someone who is.
There's somebody
Hearst Castle isn't Nazi. No, it's not the Hearst Castle. Murphy's Ranch in Santa Monica. Okay, why are chatters lying, bro? Hold on. Yeah, this is the one. This is the one.
Can I say something that's completely off topic?
What? Yeah.
Somebody keeps mentioning that have you heard about the ballot boxes that are burned in Portland, Oregon?
Yeah, Trump was gonna win.
Yeah, no, that's
Trump was gonna win Oregon.
Charlie Kirk tweeted that like ballot boxes are on fire in Portland, Oregon. I was like, Charlie, this is the biggest self-report on the planet.
No, that's like
whose ballots do you think were fucking burning?
No.
Portland, fucking Oregon.
No, you don't understand, dude. You don't understand.
Literally, that's the only reason that's
you don't understand. Blue. You don't understand. That's how they. It's not Portland. It's Vancouver.
No, it's Portland.
Right across in Vancouver, Washington, right across the river.
Yeah, Vancouver, you kind of have maybe a point, but like it's fucking Washington State.
Oh, it was also in one of the biggest swing districts. They're saying it's one of the biggest swing districts.
Totally, the swing district of Multnomah fucking County. Give me a fucking break. Come on, dude. Come on.
Hearst Castle was like Elon Musk at the time. Oh, in Arizona too. Damn. We had Democratic campaign offices in Arizona shot up and a ballot box burned down, and now ballot boxes in Oregon and Washington set on fire. The right is willing to use violence and steal this election. Watch this space. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I am like, who out of the two major parties is constantly egging on their followers to like fuck around with the elections. And it's not the Democrats, okay? Like, if anything, this is the one area where the Democrats are virtually infallible, okay? They are virtually untouchable. They've never even communicated remotely a shred of the same desire that Republicans at every single fucking rally routinely repeat. Like, Republicans have engaged in electioneering time and time again, illegally. Republicans have fantasized about bringing guns to ballot boxes,
And
basically in polling stations, and they have in places like
yes.
Arizona. Republicans have shot up Democratic campaign offices in the state of Arizona. The idea that like it would be the Democrats that actually like burn ballot boxes is crazy.
And Democrats predominantly vote by mail.
Yeah, it's not.
They all vote by mail anyway. Why the hell are they burning boxes when the majority of Democrats?
Only one out of the two parties is like actively harmed members of its own party if they're working at the polling stations. Okay, like, and that's the Republican Party. So get the out of here.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I mean, Vancouver is conservative, more conservative than it is. I think it is more. I think Vancouver, Washington, like what is it, Clark County? Is that up there? It is kind of a little bit more conservative as you get across the river. But I mean,
I'm from Vancouver. VA3 is very much a purple district. Democrats barely won the last House race. To be fair, Marie Perez is pretty much a Republican woman. No, she's not. She actually wasn't pretty much a Republican. She actually ran on like very progressive policy and then immediately was like, just kidding, I'm the worst. She literally was like using the Justice Democrats platform. And then immediately, as soon as she won, was like, just kidding, I actually despise progress. I'm kidding. I hate progress. I just look cool. I look like I'm, someone who drinks cold brew all the time. It was really, really gross what she did.
Anyway.
Just like Fetterman. Fetterman is not the best example because I think he got hit with a stroke gun. So the stroke gun that makes you pro-Israel. So it's a little different for John Feder Wap. He had a different John Fetty. He had a different situation than he got like John Fetty Wap, John Fetterbrain. All right, let's get to the actual Nazi rally, the modern Nazi rally that happened. They gave him too much Galaxy gas in the hospital. Yeah.
All-day event at Madison Square Garden. It included speeches from a number of warm-up speakers, some that immediately drew some backlash. Robert Costa was at the rally. He's with us now in the studio. Bob, good morning to you. It was a very long day.
Like, what the fuck is the media? Read it. Drew some backlash as if it's like they said like they were cursed a little bit.
They were like sig heiling pretty much.
Like what the fuck?
They were the rally, at least like the highlights that I saw literally were like virtually sig heiling. Okay, it's pretty fucking crazy. We'll get to the Arizona domestic MAGA terrorist guy in a second. Don't worry, we got some.
It is so hard to watch the media.
And I was there.
Like, Trump framed this as if this is anything close to normal.
Dude, okay.
Like,
I wanted
news.
I have, I think, a more diverse media diet than you do in this sense. I wanted you to watch. So, two things. One, The Daily. The Trump campaign's big gamble. Okay? They literally interview election deniers and present them as like reasonable human beings.
Yes.
And it blew my mind. I listened to it this morning. I was like, what the fuck is the New York Times doing?
Yeah.
That's number one. The other one that made me blast into orbit was even worse than that. It was NPR. I think it was Consider This. Okay. Let me see if it was. I think it was Consider This from NPR. For some conservative Christians supporting Trump, it's about the policies. They had a evangelical, Pentecostal, whatever the fuck, pastor that was giving an interview to NPR. And he was defending Mark Robinson. And every single time they asked him about Mark Robinson, he'd be like, well, Kamala Harris had sex with whatever Willie Brown or whatever the fuck the guy's name is. You know, we've all made mistakes. It's like, dude, he is a black Nazi. He said he is black Adolf Hitler. And you're over here defending him. Like, you're defending him by being like, well, everyone makes mistakes. Nobody is perfect. Like, it was crazy.
Well, the media, they have to have like discussions, and we live in a two-party state. But the right has become so insane that they've almost had to elevate them to seem to put them in normal conversations to even have like any sort of content. at all, other than just like writing them off. They've like elevated them to. They have to make them seem normal.
This is the other thing. They did glamour shots for the election deniers. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You can't write op-eds about how, like, you know, where is this country gone? Why are people so crazy? And then do glam shots at fucking psychos who are literally like, nah, the election was stolen and I'm gonna do everything in my power to steal it again. Like, this is no different than doing a puff piece on a fucking QAnon person. These people are basically QAnon people. What the fuck is happening, bro? They're in your house? No, this is LA times. It's different. Los Angeles times is different. But still, like, and also you guys need to understand, not like there is a diversity. There is a diversity of opinion in the media, okay? I try to explain this to you guys all the time. It's a part of media literacy to understand that, like, not every journalist is operating with the same fucking opinion, okay? Calm down. Anyway, this is insane though. This is actually like mind-boggling. I don't understand what the purpose of this could be. Beyond the fact that this is exactly what they do all the time. They do this with the fucking abortion freaks.
You know what the purpose of it is? It's so people like me can read it and go, holy fuck, these people exist.
I know, but like for every guy like you that gets angry at the New York Times for even like offering coverage like this, there are people who read the New York Times and go, well, these people don't seem that unreasonable.
Yes, I know.
And it's like you're doing a disservice by not reporting the truth with accuracy. Okay? Like, you have a duty to report the truth. If you, for example, before Roe v. Wade was overturned, if you constantly write articles about how complicated or how controversial the issue of abortion access is, you're doing a disservice to the public, because the overwhelming majority of Americans are not of two different minds on the issue of abortion. They all think it should be protected. Like, damn near 90% of Americans, okay, when you actually like talk to them about all of the details of abortion restrictions, you'll be like, yeah, no, 75% Roe v. Wade unconditional support, right? It was so popular that the 3 Supreme Court picks, the appointments that Donald Trump put in to the Supreme Court, all lied to the American public, lied in front of Congress and to the American public about how Roe v. Wade was a super precedent and how they were not going to overturn it. They lied. That's how fucking objectively popular this shit was. Okay? You say 54% of Americans read at the 5th grade level. It doesn't matter. Even dumbasses or illiterate dumbasses still are like, yeah, I don't think the government should fucking take away a healthcare thing that, you know, my wife might need, you know, or my daughter might need at some point. Do you understand? It does not make sense. So it is very, very frustrating. To be fair, the main pages of CNN and New York Times both call it racist, extreme, and framing is very bad for Trump. Almost all media hopped on this as an extreme and bad thing. Yes, what you are showing is bad and stupid, but some credit to the media for how they covered the MSG Nazi rally. More headlines from last night. Yes, no, they're gonna pick this apart. Don't misunderstand me. I'm talking about what they do in the off season. Okay, this is deeply frustrating and completely unacceptable. Offering a puff piece on the daily, like without just straight up being like every single thing that these people are saying is insane, is unacceptable. Okay? You will never get me to defend this. It is the exact opposite of what the media is supposed to do. Okay?
Yeah, and what I was saying about that particular video was like, she's like basically framed it as like, there were some things happening at that rally that some people may found offensive. As if what they weren't spewing wasn't deliberately.
Yeah, dude. The New York Times looking at this and being like, somewhat controversial rally at Madison Square Garden last night.
Yeah, it's like, what do you mean somewhat controversial rally? You know?
Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Americans, American patriots.
Yeah.
I'm sure I do not come as a complete stranger.
You've never seen this before?
No. But the fact, so the Jewish controlled press as a creature with horns, a cloven hoof, and a long tail. We, with American ideals, the name of our government shall be returned to the American people who founded it.
Yeah. Are there any New York Times headlines in that rally in 1939? Curious to how they compare to yesterday. I think that they probably did this. They probably fucking. Oh, by the way, yeah. Do you not know about the America First Committee, dude? Yeah, America First Committee was in America First. Does that ring familiar to you?
Yeah, it does.
Well, I'll have you know that originally it was a nonpartisan, non-interventionist pressure group created in 1940, September 4th, 1940, against the United States entry into World War II.
Yeah.
It surpassed 800,000 members in its 450 chapters. At its peak, the AFC principally supported isolationism for its own sake, and its very coalition included Democrats, Republicans, farmers, industrialists, communists, anti-communist students, journalists. However, it was controversial for the anti-Semitic and pro-fascist views of some of its most prominent speakers, leaders, and members. The AFC was dissolved 4 days after the attack on Pearl Harbor brought the United States into the war.
You back to those. I talked to my grandparents about that. If you weren't for the war back then, you were a traitor. Yeah, it was all unanimous.
Yeah, back then. This is the one good war. Like this is the one that makes sense.
I'm not trying to say that we want to be in on wars now.
No, I know. I know.
Back then, it was like, you know.
Yeah, no, these guys were like.
I'm not saying we need to unify on a war now.
Yeah. 20,000 Nazi friends at a rally here denounced boycott. Throng in Madison Square Garden appeals to Roosevelt to stop the illegal movement. Hunter Meyer's name booed. 750 police hold off 1,000 red marchers. Stormtroops in uniform clear lobby. The Friends of New Germany at their rally in the garden. 20,000 Nazi allies denounced boycott.
Wait, hold on. Are they talking about illegal movement? What are they talking about? Is that an immigration thing?
Claim the advantage. Now hold it.
That was like basically the headline. Nazi swastikas dominating the scene in 750. Also, you have to remember, like, I don't think exactly what time this was being. Oh, this is from 1934. It wasn't in 1939. It was in 1934, I guess. And you have to remember something. In 1934, when someone said like Nazi swastikas, it didn't have that same oomph. Like they weren't saying that to like denounce the rally, just so you understand, because it didn't have that same stink associated with it.
I mean, yeah, Hitler was on the cover of Time magazine.
22,000 Nazis hold rally in garden. Police check foes. Scenes as German-American Bund held its Washington birthday rally last night.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they were covering it with neutrality.
Well, I mean, look, it's so interesting to see this historically because you're seeing people that are Nazis intertwining the Nazi movement with American patriotism and history, right? It's very interesting to see that.
Like 20,000 Nazi friends.
Yeah.
20,000 Nazi friends. Yeah. I don't know what the exact moment was. This was in 1939. Oh, sorry. This was the Madison Square Garden one. This is 1939. The OG one. I mean, this is the one that like everyone remembers. But basically, my point is, this is, like the attitude surrounding it was very neutral almost. Protected by more than 1,700 policemen. Wait a minute. Cops were protecting the fascists again? That's weird. And I remember there was a Jewish protester that actually snuck into the rally. And I remember him like trying to do a demonstration, like trying to disrupt the rally, and they beat his ass. The cops literally fucking at this rally at MSG.
Wait, the 1939 one or the what?
The 1939 one, yeah.
So crazy to me. Okay.
Here, you'll see in a second. Oh, also they were the classic anti-labor union too. The Gentile control. Wait, what is it? Wait. First, a socially just white Gentile-ruled United States. Gentile-controlled labor unions, free from Jewish Moscow-directed domination. I mean, he's speaking in English. Yeah. Yeah, look at that. Here come the police to also throw a couple punches themselves. You see?
They're not even apprehending anybody. They're just.
Yeah. That guy was later charged with disorderly conduct. Yeah, interesting. Interesting how things don't really change that much, Yeah, history doesn't repeat, but it rhymes, basically what we're experiencing. Anyway, let's continue.
The spectacle in the garden, it enthralled thousands of his supporters, but the political impact remains unclear. Strategists in both parties tell us the words of others on stage, not Trump, could likely be amplified by Democrats in the coming days.
At one of the world's most famous arenas, former President Donald Trump laid out his closing argument in this campaign.
We will have the strongest economy, the most secure borders, the safest cities, the most powerful military.
Trump took the stage at a jam-packed Madison Square Garden in Manhattan and leaned into his border plan should he win the White House.
I will rescue every city and town that has been invaded and conquered.
Trump's rhetoric on immigration drawing roars from the crowd.
I will launch the largest deportation program in American history.
All as he was unleashing harsh attacks on Vice President Harris.
No one respects her. No one trusts her. No one takes her seriously. Everyone knows she is a very low IQ individual.
With just over a week to go until Election Day, that sentiment was echoed throughout the night by his key allies, who rallied supporters with 6 hours.
Little low IQ dog whistle.
Trump country!
From Republican lawmakers,
we're going to take this country back,
to media personalities like Dr. Phil and Hulk Hogan flexing their support, as well as billionaire Elon Musk. And an introduction, Elon Musk.
Okay, they would. Can I be clear? If he was like some Trump grifter, they would all be calling him the F slur.
Oh, dude, yeah.
And they probably still are secretly.
Nah, they like, it doesn't matter. You can be the grossest fucking sweatiest loser as long as you say the words, as long as you say that you love Trump, you love daddy, they will fucking idolize you. That is the thing about right-wingers in general. The thing about right-wingers in general is that, like, they don't give a fuck. They literally just need to hear those words, okay? They need to hear Trump is right, immigrant bad, black person low IQ, and they'll be like, all right, great, you're with me, you're on the team.
So bad. They can't, this can't be good for them, right? Like, are there people out there that don't find this painfully so painful?
I think people
I struggle to find words in the English language to describe like the level of ick and the level of just so I can't describe it, because no word in the language does it really justice to what I feel when I see him and what I see him do.
Dude, this was insane. Like,
no, I know.
The USA, like, how do you fuck up a USA chant, dude? How do you fuck this up?
USA! USA! USA!
USA!
Oh my God, USA! No one, USA! United States of America!
USA!
Yeah!
How does that go? USA!
Oh, look at me, I'm cool!
USA, everybody!
Come on, everybody!
It's like, dude, what the fuck,
so
dude?
Cool.
Dude, please go on the first one-way trip to Mars, please. Just never to return. Dude. Oh my God, dude. I hate him so much.
Dude.
I don't know, at least Trump has like redeeming qualities in terms of like being telegenic, like being kind of funny at times. Like Elon Musk has nothing. I don't know who I hate more. I think I hate Elon Musk more. I might hate him more.
Oh, 100%.
He is like, he is also not dissimilar to Donald Trump, like a ginormous con man too. It's just, I'm a dark MAGA, but also dork MAGA.
You can't even laugh at him because he's such a fucking loser. You can't laugh at him.
Hassan jealous because Elon has more money? True.
Hey, USA!
I'm Brian Kilme.
Oh
I'm Brian Kilme.
Dude.
I'm Brian Kilme. It's like, dude. I get it. I get, like, you know, repping your team. I get it. I understand. Okay. That's one thing. But like this degree of cringe, like supporting this degree of cringe is just like, you need like a wellness check.
Yeah.
Like if you're going, that was cool. your immediate family members have to institutionalize you.
This is
okay. You have to be institutionalized. If you look at this and you go, "That's sick," I loved it. I loved it when he did that.
I think he's the best example of what happens when somebody who's terminally online goes out in public.
Yeah,
like he's so online.
Like,
that he's such like a terminally on Reddit.
Yeah, he is the most like Discord, Reddit stalker adjacent guy that sees daylight and just this is how they look,
dude,
and act.
Because he'll go on his Twitter after these rallies and like do some like cringe Reddit meme that he'll post, and then it'll get promoted and put on everybody's algorithm because he owns the fucking platform.
If he wasn't rich, he'd literally be arrested from his basement for posting threats on 4chan. Yeah, no, actually, it's so fucking lame, dude. It's so bad. By the way, I rented a Tesla yesterday for a family trip and tested the latest version of FSD, and holy shit, it was so bad. Literally hasn't improved at all in the past 3 years since I tried it on my own vehicle. I'm sticking to Waymo because FSD was trying to kill me.
No, Tesla's ass.
Yeah, we hate Teslas around these parts. You already know. We both have electric vehicles that are not Teslas.
Yeah, they're all owned by, well, I guess they're Volkswagen branded, right? They're all Volkswagen.
Yeah, we're on the German.
We own German EVs. Mine's a little faster, but we don't.
It's fine. That's like, I mean, it's true. Yours is faster.
And an introduction and rare remarks by former First Lady Melania Trump.
New York City and America needs their magic back.
But as the Trump campaign continues to court the Latino vote,
Oh my God, this is what he posted.
I saw that.
Oh my God, 431,000 likes. Oh my God, dude. No, institutionalized. Like, we need, dude, we need re-education camps. Like, I'm just saying it again and again and again. and people always think like, oh, Hassan, you commie bastard. Like, Hassan, you commie bastard. Like, when you say re-education camps, like, well, you mean like, gulags or whatever. And it's like, no, I don't mean like gulags, okay? But
To be fair, Elon Musk totally deserves to be in a gulag.
We need to open the schools and we need to force people to go back to school, okay? No more homeschooling. You have to go to like real school, okay? You can't do fake school. This is unacceptable. This is completely unacceptable. If you think this shit is cool, you have to be reintegrated in a normal society. Like, you are not living on the same plane of existence as the rest of us, dude. I swear to God. Where will this go? I do not know. But I do not think that this is going to a good place. Okay? Doors open. I have to sign something real quick. Austin! All right, I need you to man the shit for a second because I got to sign some paperwork.
Donate secure.
Yes, it is botted. I know it is botted. Anyway, here we'll there's some more stuff here that you can watch.
Joke that drew swift backlash.
I don't know if you guys know this, but there's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah, I think it's called Puerto Rico.
Less than 2 hours.
You know what's so funny to me is how like your racist joke flops in front of racists. An entire group of people who love racist jokes, who eat that shit alive, and it fucking flopped. How do you do that? I don't understand how you do that. And like the reaction to this was like, oh, liberals don't like humor. And I'll be honest, like I get frustrated because I like comedy. I like offensive comedy. I like dark humor, right? And one of the most frustrating things is like, it's not, people will like say like, oh, you're just sensitive. No, motherfucker, it's not a good joke. Okay, it just wasn't funny. It's not creative. It's just fucking racist. It's just a shitty joke. Like that's really what upset me. Is that it's just a shitty joke. Like, and they'll consistently. I'm really trying to be a commentator right now, but consistently they will like say this thing like, oh, you're just insensitive, but it's just that the joke sucked. There you go. I did about 5 minutes. All right. Whew.
No, you did great. That's it's the thing is, as someone who is also a comedy enjoyer myself, and does not mind like edgy humor, I myself participate in edgy humor, and I get fucking quote unquote canceled for it all the goddamn time. by Republicans who get very upset all of a sudden, and someone who has had a shit ton of comedians who also participate in edgy humor on his broadcast. The thing that really frustrates me is that, like, as someone who is not a comedian, who can never be a comedian, I still have, like, in a very nerdy way, like, followed the process of comedy, like how you make a joke, how you structure a joke, and how you write your material, how you test out your material. And the issue is that kind of humor is super bottom of the fucking barrel. Like, it's hack. It's hack material. It is what you do when you're not clever enough to make, like, when you're not clever enough to construct, like, an intelligent joke. Yes, that's the problem.
And this is what was frustrating when, like, Chappelle was, like, getting criticized, or like when Chappelle was, like, going through, like, and he just, like, wouldn't stop making terrible jokes about the LGBTQ community. Yeah, I'm in the LGBTQ community. Okay, I love a good gay joke. Okay,
yeah,
I'm down with it. We make gay jokes all the time.
we make homophobic gay jokes all the fucking time.
I love a good fucking gay joke. What was frustrating about me, like with Chappelle, like somebody who I regard as like one of the greatest comedians of all time. Yeah, like he's so much better than that.
Yeah.
They just don't. They weren't good. Yeah, that's what was annoying. Is I'm not like, and I hated it being framed as like, oh, you're just insensitive. No, motherfucker.
No, you're too. Yeah, they were like, no, you're too sensitive. You're too sensitive. It's like, no, dude. That's it. Like, if you at any point, if you are a generational talent in the field of fucking comedy, okay, and you are repeating 4chan like Steven Crowder jokes, like attack helicopter jokes and shit, in like 2022, what the fuck are you doing? Like, that's insane. Yeah, you know, that's just like, that is the craziest thing. Like, you are supposed to be better than that, man. Like, what the fuck are you doing? How do I contact them on? You don't. Anyway, I don't think he said it as a joke even. I mean, he didn't even try to hide it as one. Yeah, there's no punishment. Yeah, and then this last additional detail just came about it. This guy's speech last night, they were saying they didn't vet the speech, so they didn't know the joke was there. Surprise, it was vetted. They removed him calling Harris a cunt, but left the Puerto Rico joke in, so they were okay with it last night. The shock comic who opens the trial, I like that they're calling Tony Hinchcliffe a shock comic. Tony Hinchcliffe is not, he's never really been that funny, okay? As someone who used to listen to Kill Tony a lot way back in the day, as someone who was a massive Joe Rogan fan way back in the day before he had like Milo Yiannopoulos and every fucking like neo-Nazi YouTuber on his broadcast, on his podcast, I used to be a fan of Joe Rogan. I have his fucking mug, as you guys know. Like, that's the degree of fandom I had for Joe Rogan. I had his literal fucking mug. He was very influential for me in you know, as a independent media figure. Right? In some ways, that part still remains to a certain degree. Like, I was a fan of his. I would listen to Kill Tony as well. Never really liked Kill Tony as much, but like when you like Joe Rogan, you like Kill Tony. You like all of the people in his orbit, right? And I'm talking, this is like 2014, 2015, 2016, okay? So, for me, as someone who used to listen to Tony Hinchcliffe all the fucking time and listen to Kill Tony all the time, he just basically surrounds himself with funnier comedians usually, and that's the only reason why that actually hits. That's his method. His method is be in Joe Rogan's orbit early on, and then be able to get like funnier comics to actually rip apart someone's stand-up material before they've ever actually tested it out. That's it. That was the thing that Tony Hinchcliffe brought to the table. He has never been funny personally. He's never been that funny. Joe Rogan, Joe, someone tells me a man stole a joke from me and put it on Netflix special, says he's a friend of yours. Can you vouch for him? Norm, Tony Hinchcliffe's joke is completely different. They're just about the same subject. He's not a thief. Bro, look at what he did in 2021. Called another comedian a C-word and called the audience race traders for laughing at the comedian's joke. Shock comic is pretty apt. No,
shock comedy is like you can do it if like you structure the joke in a way. I'm not a comedian either, but like,
no, I mean,
there's a way to do it.
Yeah, the thing about shock comedy is that like shock comedy is usually very hack unless you do it really well, and there's not a lot of people that do it really well. You have like Anthony Jeselnik, you have Daniel Tosh maybe to a certain degree, but like beyond that, it's not very like Norm. obviously was Norm Macdonald was good at it, but like most of the greats in terms of shock comedy are like Andrew Dice Clay. And Andrew Dice Clay overall not very good. Like he's not. I think that's what the problem is that like people remember them as like comedy grades, but if you actually look at their material, it's like like it's kind of hack. And the actual comedy greats like George Carlin have actually directly called that out, as a matter of fact. Like Dice's ass, but an OG. Exactly.
Dice is dog shit.
That's the best way to present it. Andrew Dice Clay is an OG, but he's not exactly very good. I don't think he was actually very good.
Not good at all.
Jezelnik on Shock Comics.
All these comics now, it's almost the point is to get in trouble. It's like, why are you giving me shit? I'm a comic, I'm allowed to say whatever I want. That's wrong. Art.
Oh, wait, say it again so I don't mess up.
People think like, oh, as a comic, your job is to get in trouble. And so they don't want to get yelled at. It's like, it's okay to make people mad, but they don't want any pushback. And I think that's wrong. As a comedian, you want to make people laugh. Andy, it's a quote attributed to Andy Warhol that I love. It's just art is getting away with it. You put out a special and everyone's pissed, like you didn't get away with it. You know, you need to make everyone laugh and they're like, yeah, you talked some fucked up stuff, but we're all happy. That's art.
Yeah, it's true.
Otherwise, you're just a troll.
And like, it's hack. It's hack.
Yeah.
And the funniest thing is, or the craziest thing is, I think that is the hardest type of joke to make work. Okay? Which is why I think like Nick Mullen, some of his best material is directly in that realm. Because he has the capacity to make some of the most like unacceptable, inappropriate things work because he's very fucking funny. Okay? A lot of these guys, on the other hand, can't do that. Okay? And I'm not saying like, I'm not one of those guys that like will look at test material, because in the worst era of like liberal media at the end of the Obama era, we had people that would just like film people's like stand-up sets at comedy clubs and whatnot when they're like working out their material, right? And they'd be like, oh, here it is. Like, this person is being racist. It's like, yeah, they are. They're testing out their material. Sometimes it's gonna fucking bomb. Like, a part of the process. Like, it's not always going to hit. And if it doesn't hit, especially if you're testing out material that is like edgy, if it doesn't hit, it's gonna come across as fucking incredibly racist. But the goal overall is to make people laugh. The problem is, I think in the aftermath of that, with the unimaginable amounts of fucking backlash towards like every single comedian, most comedians turned around and started just like railing against fucking cancel culture all the time. And to me, that actually did kill a big part of comedy. That killed a lot of comedy, because most comedians just started doing classic culture war shit non-stop, just like, oh god, cancel culture sucks, cancel culture sucks. It's like, we get it, man, we get it, it sucks, stop fucking complaining, like, Jesus Christ. And that's the issue here, in my opinion. It's just like, you're just at a certain point, you become like just a guy complaining on stage. You're just whining. You're not dissecting like things that are happening in the real world and like pointing out the stupidity of it. Okay? Like, you're supposed to punch up and not punch down. That's not always the case either. It's like a very reductive way of looking at it, but I understand what you're saying, right? Like, you're supposed to punch up, not punch down is like a pretty good way, like it's a pretty good starting point, right? Comedy is more diverse than that in general, but I get it. Like, I think it's a solid fundamental to build on, but that's not always going to capture everything.
I would defend to the death his right to do everything he does. The thing that I find unusual, and it's not a criticism so much, but his targets are underdogs. And comedy traditionally has picked on people in power, people who abuse their power. Women and gays and immigrants are kind of, to my way of thinking, underdogs. And, he ought to be careful because he's Jewish. And a lot of the people who want to pick on these kind of groups, the Jews are on that list a little further. You got women, gays, gypsies, blah, 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 and then suddenly you find Jews. And Andrew,
Suddenly Andrew's arrested.
Yeah, so, I mean, obviously, he should do what he wants. And
why does he get away with it, do you think, then?
Well,
we have never laughed at jokes about the
Well, he's
poor.
appealing. I think he's appealing largely. I think his core audience are young white males who are threatened by these groups. I think a lot of these guys aren't sure of their manhood because that's a problem when you're going in through adolescence.
I think he's talking about Andrew Dice Clay here, actually. Like, if I'm not mistaken, he's talking about Andrew Dice Clay, right?
You know, really? I mean, could I be? I hope I'm not one of them. And the women who assert themselves and are competent are a threat to these men, and so are immigrants in terms of jobs and the
So that's why we as an audience then will laugh.
You say we. I don't think you're.
I mean, I don't know.
But I
mean,
think you're
collective we.
I think that's what is at the core of that experience that takes place in these arenas. Is a certain, a sharing of anger and rage at these targets. And I'm sure Andrew isn't that angry at them. I'm sure he's playing it as a comic.
I've said this time and time again, okay? It's the Hannah Gadsby effect, all right? A lot of comedians basically do Hannah Gadsby, but on the opposite side of the political spectrum, where they're not doing comedy, they're not looking for laughter, they're looking for applause. And the moment that you stop looking for laughter and you start chasing applause breaks, you're basically doing a fucking TED Talk. You're not doing stand-up, you're doing a goddamn TED Talk, okay? Hannah Gadsby is Nanette. Conservative Nanette is what I'm saying, exactly. And that is, in my opinion, comedy fucking poison, okay? It's comedy poison. That's why I despise Bill Maher and love Bill Burr, right? Bill Maher does it all the fucking time, every night, every time he goes on a show, he does the exact same shit. Okay, and I say this as someone who gives a broad, I'm more understanding of like comedians trying to fucking test out material and like failing to do so, or comedians appearing completely unacceptable in like podcasts or whatever when they're also once again trying to test out material, like the Shane Gillis phenomenon. Shane Gillis, when he was tested out for SNL originally, had a whole bunch of like Nick Mullen style bits that he was trying to do. And they were pretty like anti-Asian, for sure, right? Especially because like it was, you have hours and hours and hours of material on your podcast. People are going to be able to clip shit out of that. I know that better than anybody else. I have hours and hours and hours of material, commentary on this broadcast, right? Like I'm streaming for 8 to 10 hours a day. You can clip something that is the exact opposite of what I mean on a daily basis, and many people do, right? So I get it. You want someone please think of the whites? No, oh my God, boo, sharing of grievances. Want someone think of the whites? No, you're misunderstanding the point that I'm making, okay? Shane Gillis didn't go in that like grievance route. He went back to the drawing board and he basically worked on his material, made it better. And he was already funny. He had a lot of funny jokes. He had a lot of funny bits to begin with. And he worked on them and he worked on them over and over again. And then ultimately he had an SNL episode, he had a bunch of stand-up specials that absolutely bang. And there it is. Like, look at him now. He has the most successful podcast on Patreon, and also on top of that, like he has a bunch of Netflix comedy shows and specials and all this stuff, and many people like him. What were you gonna say? We're gonna get back to the rally. I just wanted to like do this classic thing about do this. I'm gonna get back to the rally in a second. I just wanted to help people, like I wanted to establish my position here on like what I believe in terms of like comedy. That my analysis isn't just like, I'm woke and I hate jokes that make me go, I don't like it. I'm trying to contextualize.
Mine are dark and like so much so that I can't even like, I probably won't even talk about some of the comedians that I've, enjoyed. That's how bad it is sometimes.
Yeah.
So I like good comedy.
Joe Rogan said Trump should hire Hinchcliffe to write bangers about his political opponents.
My own comedy, okay? No, not my own shit.
Okay. Let's just move on from your analysis before people start trying to figure out who you were actually fucking listening to, and then like try to
No, they're all very famous comedians.
Okay, stop. It doesn't matter.
Does it would behoove him to hire a few great comics to just tour with him and just write one-liners about all these different fucking people? I mean, if he could remember them, I know he likes to go off his own head, but if he could remember a few Hinchcliffe bangers, if he hires Hinchcliffe to take him on the road.
Like, it's so bad. It's just like, this is propped up exclusively by friendship, okay? It's a bubble. This right here, the Joe Rogan, like, inner circle is just a bubble, and it's perhaps its greatest evidence that it's propped up by a bubble is the fact that even Joe Rogan's immediate fans, like his most ride or die fans, cannot fucking stand Brendan Schaub, but Joe still has him on all the time. They can't stand him. Like, even they're like, dude, stop. He fucking sucks. Okay? Like, that's it. This is something that most comedians, and I'm friends with a fuck ton, okay? Most comedians don't want to disturb that bubble, okay? Because Joe is, in many respects, a kingmaker, okay? He really is. He is. You go on his podcast, you're going to get swarmed with love, okay, and attention. People are going to go watch your podcast. You can have an entire media career off of just appearing on the Joe Rogan Experience. He basically holds the keys to the castle in that regard. The problem is, Tony Hinchcliffe is a great example of this. Like, he's just not that good. He's just not that good, but he is in the immediate orbit, and he's been there for years and years and years. And he's surrounded himself with a lot of funny people that go into, his other media properties, like Kill Tony and whatnot.
Hardpoint identified.
Maybe he surrounds himself with losers, so he's actually the best one out of his inner circle. No, people in Joe Rogan's immediate orbit don't really like Tony Hinchcliffe that much either. But it doesn't matter because, like, he still has a very popular show. So people go on Kill Tony. Kill Tony's a great comedy show that could be just as great without Tony. No, it would be better without Tony Hinchcliffe. Kill Tony as a format is fantastic. The worst aspect of Kill Tony is Tony Hinchcliffe. Straight up. It is a great structure. You have a bunch of new comics that have never actually been able to do like stand-up, sitting in front of a live audience, which rarely ever happens for them. And also on top of that, sitting in front of famous comedians that then literally look at their tight five and shit on it. Like, it's great. It's a great fucking structure. It's a great structure in general. The problem is it's owned as a media property by Tony Hinchcliffe. It's not even a tight five, it's a tight one. Yeah. So anyway, but Joe still props him up non-stop.
You know how fucking insane that would be? Yeah, dude. Hinchcliffe writing bangers for Trump to shit on people. Trump is smart. He would hire shit.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Felix says there should be an
Joe Rogan's such a fucking
about the Tony Hinchcliffe bubble. They should haul Rogan in front of Congress and ask him under oath if he's ever said through an entire Kill Tony that he wasn't a guest on, and how many times he laughed if he did. Anyway, Kill Tony has rare funny moments, and the funny moments are almost entirely not Tony Hinchcliffe being funny. It's mostly Shane Gillis. Yes. Kill Tony also got like a massive boost from the Shane Gillis appearances, like where he's doing Trump. Every dumb guy I know, every normie I know is always like, yo, you should make Kill Tony episode with Shane Gillis. It's so funny. It's so funny. And it's like, yeah, that is funny. Because Shane is funny. Tony Hinchcliffe is not. Well, you can't even say this.
Shane Gillis is arguably
Don't expect Shane
funny,
Gillis to also come out and be like, yeah,
they're just fucking pussies who are afraid to like.
Don't expect like any of your
show their
favorite
true power
comedians
levels
that have been on Kill Tony to come out and shit on Tony Hinchcliffe anyway. Because that's not gonna happen either. Because it's a bubble. It's like tight knit. Okay, it's very clicky. So Mark Maron put out a whole statement. My woke team. He wrote, the anti-woke flank of the new fascism is being driven almost exclusively by comics, my peers. Whether or not they are self-serving or true believers of new fascism is unimportant. They are the movement. Whether they see themselves as acolytes or just comics doesn't matter. Whether they are driven by the idea that what they are fighting for a free speech issue or whether they are truly morally bankrupt racists doesn't matter. They are part of the public face of a fascist political movement that seeks to destroy the democratic idea. When comedians with podcasts have shameless, self-proclaimed white supremacists and fascists on their show to joke around like they are just entertainers or even just politicians, all it does is humanize and normalize fascism. When someone uses their platform for that reason, they are facilitating anti-American sentiment and promoting violent autocracy. You won't be surprised to find out there's Tony bits about Palestine that's just as bad.
Palestine, we're all thinking the same thing. Settle your stuff already. Best out of 3. Rock, paper, scissors. You know the Palestinians are going to throw rock every time. But you also know the Jews have a hard time throwing that paper. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, brother. Go back. Go back to the writing room, dude. Tony's other racist joke.
Heck yeah, it's a cool black guy with a thing on his head. What the hell is that, a lampshade? Look at this guy. Oh my goodness. Wow. I'm just kidding. That's one of my buddies. He had a Halloween party last night. We had fun. We carved watermelons together. It was awesome.
Oh, brother, this stinks. Oh, black guy, watermelon. Oh, this is sick, man. You're really reaching. Dude. You're really opening up new avenues with this fucking joke.
Didn't the Trump administration come out and distance themselves?
I don't know. I'm sure they might.
I think they came out, was that like a fake tweet or something? Didn't they come out with a statement saying that they were like, it doesn't represent the views of the Trump administration or something like that?
They also tried to say that it wasn't vetted at first, and then it came out that it definitely was vetted. Yeah. Yeah, this is from the Bulwark, Margay Capito. Trump's shock comic was said to call Harris a cunt. Tony Hinchcliffe said...
Can they stop using the term shock comic? I mean, how lame can you be? I can't. It worked, but I've been saying it like forever. My whole life. But shock comic? Cringe. It's like super dorky.
Madison Square Garden wasn't great for the campaign. It could have been much worse. It's wild that Donald Trump is objectively funnier than the comics that he has on, which is crazy. Like Donald Trump knows not to say those things. You know what I mean? Donald Trump is a massive racist, okay? And even he's like, watermelon jokes, that's a bit too far, don't you think, Tony? Sad. Don't do that one. I don't like it.
It's a little racist, don't you think? It's very sad. Look at my African-American friend over there.
Yeah. I don't know. Trump would have comics that are less funny than him. That's such a diva. Oh my God, you're right. He was doing diva shit. He was like, I don't want an opener to outflank me. It would be funnier. I don't want someone opening for me to be funnier. I don't want it. Yeah. Funny. That's great. That's what it is. Yeah. Abdul. When I do the bit about Abdul, that kills every time. Every time I show him his photo of his house, I say, Abdul. How am I doing? Yes, Abdul.
Like a dog.
Yeah, that's cool. His set was so insane. Part of me makes me think he's playing a character. No. Don't get that Shane Gillis on. He's funny, but I don't like it. I don't like it.
Oh, dude, Shane Gillis' Trump was...
Yeah. He doesn't like me very much. He makes some funny jokes, but...
Shane Gillis' Trump.
I don't sound like that.
It's maybe my favorite Trump impression of Shane Gillis.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like, and he goes on Kill Tony, and then everyone's like, oh, I guess Tony Hinchcliffe is funny by osmosis. Like, that's not how this works, man. No, that's not how that works. Yeah. That's great. Good stuff. Good stuff from Tony Hinchcliffe. Absolute banger. My man is tanking the campaign personally.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I was saying before you got in here how, like, insane it is to take that style of joke in front of an audience like that.
Yeah, you got the most racist Deborahs and Hanks from Long Island. Like, you got the thin blue line crowd, okay? Everyone's looking like a bag of potatoes out there in the fucking crowd. They're like, yeah! And even they're not like, oh, man, that wasn't that funny. I've heard way funnier racist jokes. Do a better bit.
Hours later, Puerto Rican superstar Bad Bunny reshared a video from Vice President Harris's campaign, posted earlier in the day to his nearly 46.
See, this is an example of a funny joke that's kind of racist. Puerto Rico's trash, spreads crazy rumors about Haitians, can't accept the skin color, green card marriage, is Trump our first Dominican president? That's like, see, there you go. You can make it work, okay? You can make it work. See, if Tony Hinchcliffe said that, people would like that. People would laugh at that. Actually, maybe that crowd would be like, I don't understand. I've never met a Dominican.
I didn't get the joke. I didn't get it, and that was a little too highbrow for me.
Yeah. See. Okay. Well.
See, I've been that.
That is a good joke. That is actually a good joke. Oh man. Anthony Jeselnik, famously edgy comedian, likes to call Andy Warhol art is getting away with it. Even Seinfeld dropped the whole woke it. Like that's the other part of this. Like Seinfeld has never really been funny, also carried by funnier people. That's the secret, okay? There are a lot of incredibly successful quote-unquote comics out there, and they have had an entire career getting carried by funnier people than them, okay? Seinfeld was fucking carried by Larry David. Straight up. Significantly funnier. There's always a guy, and sometimes that guy doesn't actually make it in the way that Larry David did, so you never even hear about it. Okay?
I mean like this. Migrants to the United States of America with open arms. And by open arms, I mean like this.
It's boo, this guy stinks.
Wild.
What's more embarrassing than the tweet? Like what the guy said in the tweet. You see what he said in the tweet?
Oh yeah, no, he's joking. He's saying the right is starting to get better at comedy and is making the lefties nervous. That's a meme from like way back in the day. I think it was Paul Joseph Watson who first said that. Oh. There's a couple things from like the early Trump era that have stuck, which is the right is starting to get better at comedy and it's making the lefties nervous. And then the other one is conservatism is punk rock. Neither is true, but you know, Republicans like to fantasize about it.
They love making babies too, just know that.
What?
It's wild. And these Latinos, they love making babies too, just know that. They do. They do. There's no pulling out. They don't do that. They come inside, just like they did to our country.
Dude, this is really bad, man. Like, this is really bad. Like, I don't know how. This would bomb at like a small comedy club. Like,
okay, okay. Are you ready? Five head take. Joe Rogan secretly in a tank for Kamala Harris. Does this interview with Donald Trump specifically to get Donald Trump to have Tony Hinchcliffe as his opener. Tony Hinchcliffe bombed so fucking hard. That is the real October surprise. That is the real third assassination attempt. That is actually assassinating the Trump campaign with these bits.
Because there's no way Trump looks at this and finds this funny. He's probably pissed.
This is so bad. This is like, I cannot look at this as anything but deliberate sabotage. Okay? You cannot view this in any other fucking framework, dude. This has to be deliberate sabotage. Because holy moly, this sucks, dude. Latinos love to come. They never pull out. Or just like they came into our country. Oh my God, that's so bad. That's so fucking bad, dude.
And he wrote it. That's what's crazy. He wrote it. I don't think that was improvised. He's reading off of something he wrote.
This is so bad, brother. This is, oh my God.
Republicans are the party with a good sense of humor.
Oh, come on.
It's crazy. I'm losing it. It's so bad. Dude, he has like Elon Musk level stage presence there. It's fucking awesome. What happened here?
So, before I create this piece of art, I would just like to give the art world a little something. I got it here somewhere. Oh, here it is. Bam!
What the fuck is this guy?
Who the hell is he?
What is this guy? Okay, I need to see more. I need to watch the whole rally, dude. I think this rally is just like wall-to-wall fantastic. Bam! How you doing? Fuck you. I'm the painter.
Fuck you.
Yeah, much like Adolf Hitler, all right? Yeah, me and him, we went both. We did paintings. I'm telling my kid that's Bruce Springsteen, the pizza party guy. Give us pizza. What is this? He's the guy who does the same painting at every Trump rally. Wait, I need to see more of this shit, dude. This is fire. Okay, this stuff is boring. All right, get to the fun shit.
They lied of him raising his face. Step forward 9 years ago and...
I mean, who is that? Who is this?
Yeah,
Stephen Miller. The
campaign guy.
Stephen Miller wrote most of Trump's immigration policy. He is a straight up Nazi. He's Jewish. He is a he is a Santa Monica native, as a matter of fact. Yeah, he is Donald Trump's like Goebbels, basically.
That's the thing about like Jewish fascists. Like they don't realize that like eventually they're gonna have to face the cracker, like the real cracker. The real cracker will eventually come out and be like, "You're not one of us. I know you're fascist, but you're not a filthy cracker like a real white person." And then there's gonna be trouble for them. Wish they would realize that. You know, but peace and love.
Wait, what?
This is the New York Pizza Party. Give us pizza or give us death.
Oh, give us death. Oh my God, R.M. Brown soundbite drop. Let's go. Fucking wipe your ass with him.
This man was infuriated when he found out his home state of New York was banning coal oven pizzerias. That's the guy.
The woke.
Why do they all? Why do they all look like this?
Oh no!
Remember what
I don't know what you mean, dude. What do you mean?
Active MAGA cultists, like they just have this very weird vibe. Okay, just something doesn't add up. Like they almost always look like they're doing performance art. Okay,
I'll be honest. Pizza sounds fucking good right now.
I'm kind of hungry too.
Anyway.
Like there's just always like a air of nervousness and panic. There's just something going on.
We don't give a fuck about the environment, okay? We want fire-cooked pizza, okay? Give us pizza, give us death. You will get death and your pizza. Dummy.
Idiots who run this city are doing everything in their power to destroy it. We have naked men with their titties bouncing around all over the...
Yo, man. Don't hate. I got some titties that bounce around, bitch. Fucking eat my pussy.
City yesterday in public in front of children. We have the most violent raging crime rate ever. We are being invaded by illegal immigrants.
Not true.
Who are being treated way better than our homeless veterans.
Not true.
Our teachers and first responder heroes who were fired.
That doesn't exist anymore. They moved them all into if this is what I think it is, it's actually probably not. This is the VA next to the fucking VA near Brentwood.
Who were fired, still not compensated because they didn't take the Fauci injection. Our city's...
Yeah, fucking Antonio Fauci, real piece of shit, that guy.
I just got another COVID shot like a couple weeks ago. It's like my, what, 5th? 6th? Give me all the COVID vaccine. Nazi morons. I give it all up. It gives me power.
Hey, wanted to make all of us
Makes me
gay and
superhuman.
autistic. I didn't take the fucking vaccine. COVID fried my fucking brain. Forget about it. Yeah. Now you done did it, you fucking wokes. Yeah. Give me pizza or give me fucking death over here. Real. Any conservatives in New York City must be in a tough spot. They can't stay there. It's a lost city. Yeah. Unsurprisingly, New York City didn't ban cold pizza ovens. They're trying to get 100 restaurants to add devices that capture particulate emissions.
Say enough, no more. America gets its future back. And what?
He is like actively one of the biggest Nazis in the Trump administration, or was. Like you remember child deterrence or child separation as a deterrence policy, like kids in cages?
Yes, yeah.
He wrote that.
Oh.
Like that was his plan.
Real stand-up guy, huh?
Yeah, he's a straight up white supremacist. Like,
Jesus Christ.
Let's see what kind of cool things he had to say. Wait, let's just look at having a normal one. Almost every speaker at this rally claimed that they tried to kill Trump. Rudy has a Howard Dean moment. Oh, Rudy had some fucking crazy moments in it too. But let's see what else Stephen Miller had to say.
Lawsuit, Victor libel, lawsuit after lawsuit. They tried to jail him. They tried to bankrupt him. They tried to imprison him. And they even tried to take his life with not one, but 2 assassination attempts. Let me ask your libel.
They're really stretching the second one. They're really stretching it.
Yeah. The second one doesn't count, bro. Come on.
The cartels are gone. The criminal migrants are gone. The gangs are gone. America is for Americans and Americans only. One man. And that man, ladies and gentlemen, that man took a bullet for you. He took a bullet for democracy.
Like, he didn't even take a bullet.
Barely, bro.
Shut up, bitch.
Yes.
Fuck you. You can't claim he took a bullet, dude. It fucking barely grazed his ear. Like, get the fuck out of here. Oh,
yeah, dude's ear was looking just fine like 2 days later. Like, for real.
Guy. He's the Florida congressperson.
Like, I don't even know if he needed that big dumb bandage.
The new crop of like black Republicans who's
so cooked.
Whose job, or Byron, sorry, not Brian.
I never thought I'd see a day that Texas was less conservative than the state of Florida.
What? No, that's not true.
I stand by this. I'm not saying Texas is going to go blue, but Texas is going to vote to the left of Florida.
Byron Donald.
You heard it here.
Byron Donald.
I think Texas is going to vote to the left of Florida. I'm not saying Texas is not turning blue for the record, okay? But I think Texas is going to vote to the left of Florida.
Oh, you're saying Florida is going to be like plus 20 red, whereas Texas is going to be like plus 10.
Yes.
Like, okay, that's what I don't know. I don't know what the latest polls look like, but you might be right. Like, I think Colin Oliver has a better shot.
Yes.
Like, but that's also because Ted Cruz sucks. He's just so bad.
I was in Mrs. Chat, and it was a little bit testy when I was talking about like other issues, but when I talked about Ted Cruz, it was unanimous. That's how I got Miz to the polls.
You did?
He's not politically involved. I was like, you remember the guy that fucked up your power in 2021? And then he's like, he was the guy? I'm going to vote against him. That's what he did.
That's like, that actually is like a very... That actually is a very solid line, I think, against Ted Cruz. Like, he is Cancun Cruz. He escaped to Cancun when you didn't have power.
He didn't even know what his name was. He's like, is that the guy that went to Cancun?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that's the fucking guy. Go vote against him. I was like, fuck that guy.
Yeah, everybody hates him. He probably still will. I hope he loses. I really do. I fucking hope he loses.
I saw a poll that said they were tied, but I don't know how accurate that is.
All right. Let's,
probably not. It's like a C-rated poster.
This was,
it's not very
That's
good.
when you know. That's when you know you're cooked. Oh, Grant Cardone is fucking insane. He apparently has some violent, what was the line that he said, you showed me? Where I was like, what the fuck? Why is, Grant Cardone went nutty mode. I didn't even know he had that dog in him. Like, I know he's like a right-wing guy, but and his wife is like doing a super PAC for Donald Trump, but I had no idea that he was like this insane. He says he had some of the hottest takes on the fucking podium.
No, this is in complete gone. Not even her simp Mark Cuban can sell this. Even Marky Boy says this would destroy the global economy.
Marky Boy, stop
and
trying to
take
make
the
that
USA
thing.
down with it. Ladies and gentlemen, Kamala Harris is the least qualified candidate to ever run for any political office in American history. She makes
It's
her
an
boss
overstatement.
look competent. She's a fake. I'm not here to invalidate her. She's a fake, a fraud. She's a pretender. Her and her pimp handlers will destroy our country.
That had racial undertones, did it?
Crazy.
I think people...
That is fucking crazy.
I think people should be scared to say stuff like this.
That
like,
is
is that controversial? Like,
no, it's
like,
not.
and I don't mean like physical violence or whatever. I'm not saying that at all. But like, you should be.
Physical violence should be on the table.
By statements like this, you should at least be like afraid that people are gonna look at you and be like, "Oh, you're like a massive racist.
People have been spending so much time on Twitter and in their algorithm that they think that you can go out and say stuff like this.
Like, what the fuck is going on, man? What is happening? Like, I just...
They think that there's so many like-minded people around them that they feel like everybody feels this way, but they're in a fake place. Twitter isn't a real place.
I know, but like...
Most people would listen to that and be like, holy fuck, that's fucking crazy.
There's more. This is where he's going to slaughter.
They will. They've already crippled the dollar, manufactured inflation, imported a virus, censored your voices, funded transgender surgeries, and made empty promises to the 50 years. This election has to be more than a victory. It needs to be a landslide. We need to slaughter this other people.
Good luck, douche.
We need to bring 100 million votes
Slaughter
to
yourself.
Donald Trump.
What the fuck?
That's right.
Oh, I can't wait till these cocksuckers leave.
Boston, I hope. Dear God. God, wow, please let that statement ring true. Wow. Peace and love. Peace and love.
What
Oh, God.
fuck?
Oh, that is so bad.
Dude, that is... I mean, this is a Nazi rally, dude. This is straight up.
It's more insidious. Because, like, they're pretending they're not. Whoa, I'm number one. What's up? What's up? Yeah. Come on. All right. Peace. I didn't even notice. I wasn't even paying attention. Love this game. Seriously, this is probably the best first-person arcade shooter I've ever played.
That is fucking nuts, dude.
I just use a homophobic.
I mean, you did, but it's like it's got such cocksucker has such good mouthfeel.
I know, it's so good.
It's such a good one, dude.
It's such a great one. I have to. I'm sorry.
Also, it's not just like gay people that suck penis.
Yeah, it's
you
true.
know,
That's true. That's true.
So it's also misogynistic.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Those are the two primary groups.
You did do that. You did do that. I sometimes say it too, because it's such a fucking. It's a bar.
It's good. It's weird, yeah, because he probably don't even suck cock like I do. It's just so weird.
Not 74, not 81, 100 million votes.
This is just dumb guy shit.
Can you do it?
No, you can't. No, you can't. You can't do it. Okay.
We need to slaughter them.
Can't do it.
So yeah, here is
it's statistically like it's just not even possible.
Here is Rudolph Giuliani, America's mayor. He had some fucking bars too.
He's starting to look like an animated old guy. Like if you were to animate an old guy.
I love his little tie that he's wearing. He's probably fucking shilling some coffee too. Like, come on, buy my coffee. And Rudolph
It's the biggest crowd he's seen in a while.
Come on, I'm fucking bankrupt. I had to sell my condominium. My New York penthouse, I had to sell it. Hamas broke boy. Oh, he came in hot.
Hamas is not there for us. Iran is not there for us. They want to.
You know what's crazy about these guys that are like so unconditionally pro-Israel? They also are like unimaginably anti-Semitic. Remember Rudolph Giuliani? He's like, he said a whole bunch of shit about Jewish people. Let me see if I can find some of his choice words, okay?
Are you ordering food, by the way?
Not yet, because the restaurant doesn't open yet.
Okay, I'm gonna order my Chick-fil-A's.
Giuliani maligns Jews and women in transcript filed in harassment case. He had like a really funny line about the Red Sea. I love that one. That was actually kind of funny. Transcript cut out there. It was not clear whether Giuliani elaborated. In another portion, he engaged in a derisive discussion of the size of Jewish men's genitals. Mr. Coulton wrote in a paper, wrote in a filing accompanying the transcripts that they were replete with false assertions. What? Where is it? Where the fuck? He was saying that like Jews, he says, they want to go through that friggin' Passover all the time. Man, oh man, get over the Passover. It was like 3,000 years ago. Okay, the Red Sea parted. Big deal. Not the first time that happened. That is the funniest thing to say.
That is legit funny.
Moses. Like, first of all, not only does this assume that Moses did actually part the Red Sea, okay? Like physically he did that. That was a real thing that occurred. but also that it is actually something that is something that's happened multiple times.
Stabbed.
Like, you can't write that. That's funnier than anything Tony Hinchcliffe has ever said in his entire life, okay? Oh, big deal. It's happened multiple times. It's so commonplace. Didn't he say something about Italian dicks versus Jewish dicks? Yeah, he did. He said like Jewish men have small penises, but Italian men have big penises or something like that too. Yeah. Who amongst us hasn't part of the Red Sea? What the fuck? Anyway, the broader context of his Matt Damon is 5'2", he says, adding inexplicably, eyes are blue, coochie coochie coo. You wanna?
Do you know I just spaced. Love you. Thank you.
He's gonna get Chick-fil-A. You want some Chick-fil-A? Order whatever you want. As a ginger, it happens every time I part my hair in the middle. Nice. CNN explaining why some jokes are funny and some are not to Vivek. Yeah, Vivek knows.
Whatever you want. Yeah. Please don't hold back.
Yeah, he's rich, bro. He's rich.
Yeah.
Like, trust me.
I mean, I've been, yeah. No.
How many bullets can I put in this dude?
I do well for myself.
Run his fucking pockets. Okay, run his fucking pockets.
Hassan doesn't want to tell you this. I've been making more money for longer than Hassan has for a long time.
Hamas is not there for us. Iran is not there for us. They want to kill us. And the Palestinians
Well,
are
to be fair, we want to kill them,
us
right?
at 2 years old. They will.
That's crazy.
Like it's so insane that he's saying this, right? Like when you remove the context of it, you're like, wow, that's an unimaginably racist thing to say. But it's also funny. Like the idea that a group of individuals like Palestinians are taught to kill Americans at the age of 2 is such a funny fucking line. I'm sorry.
No fries.
I can't take it seriously.
No fries. Yeah.
They're learning to kill
Before
Americans.
they're out of diapers, they want to kill Americans.
Old. What the fuck?
Won't let a Palestinian in Jordan. They won't let a Palestinian in Egypt. And Harris.
That's also ridiculous. Half of the Jordanian population is Palestinian.
Wants to bring them to you. They may have good people. I'm sorry I don't take a risk with people that are taught to kill Americans at 2. I'm on the side of Israel.
Why is he so...
Again. Hello. Hey. It worked. First time. Yep. Doing alright? How are you doing? Yeah, that's pretty much typical. Just, you know, gym, walk dog, eat lunch, make dinner, take a nap, all this stuff. I did play a little bass, yeah, a little bit. A little bit. A little bit, but. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Or, yeah, I mean, like, first of all, I should not give any advice on this whatsoever because I am it's been super horrible. No, I've been like, as you know, I have like riffs that I write down, but I cannot seem to get them put into any viable shape as far as the song goes. It's been like my Achilles heel this whole time. But you mentioned playing the drums, and that was actually something I heard that I forgot who, but might be a good workflow to just have like whatever. So you have like GarageBand or something similar, right? Where you could just jam along to a drum beat, but that might pick a not dynamic. Mm-hmm. 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 Right. Yeah. 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 I hear you. I hear you. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right? Yeah, for sure. I hear you. Um, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I remember the similar, high school and, college age punk bands I was in and stuff. And wasn't a lot of effort to it. It was just me and the guitarist. I was on drums at the time, and we just come up with the basic song, and then basically once we figured it all out, then the bassist would Kent, who was usually our bassist, and he'd basically follow what Pete was doing most of the time. That was it. Put some lyrics on it and done. These days, yeah, it's a little like, oh, God. Yeah, and I was. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, do it. Sounds good. Yeah, I just after this latest jam, I was working on these cover songs for, over a month, and like, so all of my bass stuff was just going towards learning these songs, and there wasn't any room in my night for, because I like to, I don't know why, but I don't really like to do it in the daytime, and I'm usually preoccupied with other stuff anyway. But anyway, you know, I for a half hour I'd be like, well, this is when I got to learn these songs because we have a jam coming up, and then like now that that's done, at least for a short period of time, because we're not, you know, we haven't said we're gonna like do this anytime soon again, so like now I'm free and I can like go back to my riffs and actually write songs, so it's time to do it. So we both need to do it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right. Yep. Hey, I'm getting a little bit of crackling on the headphones tonight for some reason, oddly. I don't know what that's all about, but no echo. It's when you talk, I get a little bit of like a static that kind of accompanies your voice for some reason. Say something. No, it's still pretty much the same, but it's not like ridiculous. Nah, could just be a connection thing. Don't worry about it. Get through it. Sure. Yeah, I haven't been on yet. Probably. I haven't been on much. I usually kind of start slow whenever there's a new game out or whatever. I go, you know, it's like, I just I don't immerse myself immediately. I kind of like stick my toe in there, and eventually it takes over. Kind of how it was with Doom and Far Cry, everything. Even though I've, you know, Call of Duty, I know my way around, kind of, most part. But every new game is new. Yeah.
Hardpoint. Pacify the AO, kill team.
Okay.
Hardpoint locked down.
Yeah, this guy.
Sniper threat neutralized.
Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint is secure. hardpoint. Get me eyes in the sky.
Pull your head out of your ass and check your fucking...
Hardpoint locked down.
TACOM, get me a UAV. Not this time, you son of a bitch.
Smoke bombs. God, another one.
5 enemies spotted.
Hardpoint identified.
Hostile marksman in our AO.
Hardpoint active. Hardpoint is secure.
Oh. God, I didn't know that Obama played Call of Duty. Oh, somebody's tag. Obama tag. You know, there's a gamer and Obama's in the game, dude. Oh God.
Bring it in, recon.
Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint located. Hardpoint is active. Hardpoint locked down.
TACOM, we need watchdog helo close air now.
Oh, did you hear a lot of the commotion over the Kill Tony guy who was at the Trump rally last night? Yeah, I recognized him from that video you were talking about, the guy who did that comedy show where he like makes fun of the bad comedians. Yeah, he was in fine form last night.
Incoming on your location.
Basically getting all of the news cycle focused on his not so cool things he said about Puerto Rico and the Latinos, etc.
Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint active. Hardpoint locked down.
TACOM, give me a UAV.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hostiles have captured the hardpoint.
Tap watchdog helo in my AO.
Hardpoint is secure. Hardpoint located.
They know when they're pissing off liberal and nothing makes them happier.
Hostile counter UAV established above. Hardpoint locked down. Enemy UAV inbound.
Very nice to see you again.
Hardpoint identified.
What was that, a howl? Oh.
Hostiles Hostiles have the hard point.
Carver requesting UAV.
Hard point active.
I did hear that.
Carver requesting watchdog helo tasking.
Hard point is secure.
Oi, that was too fucking close. TACOM, need hard fires above.
Hard point located. Feel that? They're about to break. Give them a nudge. Hard point is active. Hard point locked down.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, that'd be cool.
Five of them.
Hostiles have captured the hard point. TACOM requesting recon overhead. Hostile UAV established overhead. Enemy UAV inbound.
Yeah, I'd be down.
Hard point identified.
Alright.
Hard point is secure.
Oh shit. Oh, okay.
Hostiles have the
Flash
hard
grenade.
point.
Who's the world's weight?
Hard point locked down. Gray authorizing UAV mission.
I don't
Hostiles
think
have
so.
captured the hard point.
Sniper frame neutralized.
Hostiles have the hard point. Hard point locked down.
Oops. Shit.
Hostiles have captured the hard point. Hard point located. Hard point is secure. Hostiles have the hard point.
That's five.
Hard point is active. Hostiles have captured the hard point. Hard point locked down. Get me eyes in the sky. Mission goals agreed. Dispatching teams to mop
TACOM,
up
mission
survivors.
area's ours.
Yeah,
Dispatch
they-
cleanup crew.
I think it was positive slightly. Oh, the best play? Yeah. Oh shit. Oh, son of a bitch. Damn it. I didn't realize I was in there. Thank you for that. What's the emote? What direction do you know? Is it just it's one of the directions? Oh, right. Okay, I'll do that. Cool. Yeah. Practice my emoting.
Domination. Green light. Go,
Hold on.
go.
Okay.
Watch me
There.
pointing
Yeah,
that
I
shit
see it.
ass asshole.
Yep.
Destination marked.
There it is.
Taking B. Losing A. Bravo is ours.
I guess it was down.
Cover me. Taking the objective.
Yes, sir.
Losing Bravo.
Watch my ass.
Taking Alpha.
Where's your remote, soldier?
We have to take this objective.
Alpha secure. Bravo lost.
I didn't send you to theater school for nothing.
We're losing Alpha.
Five of them.
Losing A.
Capturing BlackOps.
Charlie.
Watch my back.
Objective capture in progress.
We control Zone C. They're taking C. We're losing Alpha. We lost C.
Oh, I see.
Taking Bravo underway. Securing
Objective
Zone
capture in
A.
progress.
Yeah, a lot of those things you don't think of.
Sure.
And you go, oh, yeah, I guess that is kind of.
Hostile UAV established overhead.
My mom used to say the word gypped a lot. You know, that's not a good one. Which.
We're taking this objective.
I mean, I don't even know if anybody knew that. You just knew what it meant, you know? But then, yeah, later you go, oh, that's what that meant. That's what that short for.
Controlling Bravo.
Here we go.
Net call. Enemy watchdog helo inbound.
Throwing stun.
Got a copter? Yeah. Oh shit. Third shoe. Third shoe. Oh, what type of chopper?
We're losing Alpha. We've lost Charlie. Taking C. controlling Bravo. That was good. Zone C secure. Keep in mind. We're losing Alpha. RCXD deployed. We lost Alpha. Securing B.
Commencing capture operation.
Taking B. Taking Bravo underway. Secured. Securing Alpha. We're losing Charlie.
I got the sniper. Let's go.
Losing B.
Working this objective.
Lost B. Zone Alpha captured.
I can use the mini-map and try to find it.
RCXD maneuvering.
I'll find it.
Scrambler is docked.
Shit.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Enemy UAV inbound. We lost A.
Damn it.
Getting in the beat. Oh, come on, die. Oh.
Capture BlackOps. Watch my back.
Bravo down.
Hostile. Sniper eliminated. Remember me?
They're taking C. We're losing Charlie.
Halloween hasn't happened.
Losing
I feel like
Bravo.
Halloween's happened like 5 times already.
Yeah, right? As I told Rachel, I go after Nightmare on Chicago Street. It's like, it's just kind of like a letdown. Like, everything was building up. I'm gonna stand up. I'm thinking about the makeup. I got the shirt ready, and then we do it, and then I'm like, wait, it's over?
Yeah, now it's done. Well, you still got, you can still, if you wanted to break out that
Again. See what fucking happened.
Bruce Campbell outfit, or like
Taking A.
Halloween proper.
I'm thinking about treats.
Oh yeah, yeah. You can just,
Using Archangel.
I told a friend of mine, I'm like, this year I'm quizzing the kids that come to the door. I'm like, is your parent a Trumper? So, no candy.
No candy for fucking fascist kids.
Trumper child, get off my property.
I think I looked on Reddit today. I saw screaming in a small child's face who happened like with their parents at like an
Taking Bravo underway.
like approach like they were pro Trump and they're like in
They're taking C.
We're
Paris
taking this objective.
rally or something like that.
Lost Alpha.
This lady
Hostile
gets up
UAV
and
established overhead.
Get a fuck what you
Oh,
think?
I
Did you
think I
see
saw a
that shit?
picture of that. I didn't see the video, but I saw a picture of it. Someone's like, what is wrong with this lady?
Oh yeah, one of the other ladies who was with her was just like, yo, don't yell at a baby's face.
Whatever it takes. Seize the objective.
Yeah.
But I was like, you know what? No, right on, baby. Screw that kid. Age is no excuse.
Hold those SOBs back. We're losing Charlie. We lost A. We're losing all zones. They're taking C. Cover my ass while I work. We lost C.
UAV available for tasking.
Yeah.
Bayern requesting UAV tasking.
God, somebody's camping on B. They're up in like the shrubbery. Yeah.
Blue, check your fire.
Yeah, they're dead.
TACOM, flying on cue. UAV returning to tank.
Control the Bravo.
Ah.
Archangel going hot. Deploying RCXD. The fuck's
Hey, I hear
going on
Adler.
out there? Tighten up and
Oh,
show
where?
the spine.
He said the RXD is maneuvering.
Oh, that's good. That had to be someone with an Ether scan.
Lost Alpha. Secure at B.
We're tightening up this match. We're close.
Shit. There's two notes.
Damn
it, they must have hacked their comm.
That was a massacre.
We'll pick you up later.
But the guild always returns fire.
Breaking news. I can't get this shit. I'm like crazy at all hell, but I don't care. It's too good. Everything about it, I'm like singing its praises like a super fan. Like the stim. I do the stim shot, I'm like, it's fast. I'm like, oh my god, the stim's so fast, it's so awesome.
I'm geeking out over every detail.
Totally, just like, oh my.
Well, I was in the firing range. I hit the button by accident and ended up in there, and I was like, oh, the firing range looks really cool. Like,
it's nice.
You know, it looks like a real firing range, I guess, or something.
Totally.
You know? It's not
And
like generic.
it gives like you get way more range too. There's like there's dummies like way further back than the last one. And like I love the fact that you can just jump in there from the gunsmith. It's great for just like trying different attachments, jumping in, check it out real quick. Oh, that sucks, you know. Go and switch it out real quick. It's just so great. Anywho. All right, are we donezo for the night?
I could do one more, but if you gotta hit the hay, that's fine.
Let's do this, dude.
All right.
Golly, Miss Molly, I'm all about this. Anywho. Yeah, that was like the fastest weekend ever, dude. I did get some clean, some laundry and whatnot. Wall to wall. Call of Duty. Like, my hands were playing so much, my hands were.
Yeah, I've had that happen. Like, doing this too much.
Worth it. It was a good pain.
I have to kill 5 enemies.
Oh, you're still doing
blinded by
challenges?
Flashbang. Yeah.
Oh shit. You
It's
still need the
fine.
flashbang kills?
Flashbang.
Oh, you might not have the flashbang unlocked.
Oh, there. I just got it.
Oh,
I just got
okay,
it.
okay.
No, I was like wondering. I guess I was throwing the concussion bomb.
Another reason why I like
what
to try to
the
level up
fuck?
quick. So some of the challenges is like, it's like, fuck, I can't do that challenge.
Yeah,
I haven't
do 'em,
unlocked
right?
it yet. I think out of all these maps, this might be my favorite. And I kind of like
Shoot to kill. We're not here to negotiate. Taking the lead.
You ain't going nowhere.
We've taken the lead. Stay on task.
Throw frag. When I got cocky, Dinka.
Hostiles reclaimed the lead.
This guy came right at me. I shoved a gun in his face. He died.
like, bullets, bitch.
The lead is ours.
Whoa, whoa.
We've given up the lead.
Oh, come on.
This map is giving me slight Eagle's Nest vibes. A little bit. Not totally.
Yeah.
Eagle's Nest is a great map.
Sorry, mate. Broke your streak. Take his stim.
Falling behind, Crimson.
I think I like the map so much in Vanguard. I can only really say what my least favorite was out of all of them, which was I'm still fun to play, but out of all of them,
We're winning. Keep it that way.
awkward too.
Oh shit. Jesus, really?
We've gained the advantage. Now hold it.
Just want to say how much I appreciate when enemies climb ladders and just make themselves sitting ducks to get murdered. Much appreciated.
It's generally, yeah, sure does.
Definitely. I personally try to avoid them. Like maps like Rust, ladders on there, it's like, you just stay up. Just climb those ladders.
Right, yeah, totally. Oh.
I'm hoping that they bring back that one map from Cold War Apocalypse. Remember that one with like Buddhist statues?
Is it
and
like
stuff?
a Vietnam
Yeah, kind of like or Thailand or something. Yeah, yeah, it was. I think that might have been when you first started playing.
Yeah,
I hope they bring. I hope they remaster that.
Place in my memory.
Yeah, that map was fantastic. The game was fantastic. Holy shit! What a great game to start on, man.
Which one was that?
Cold War.
Oh, Cold War, right.
It will live in my heart forever.
Sniper!
They've taken the lead.
We got a sniper. We got a quick scoper. Looking at my kill cam. Oh my god, he destroyed me. love killing the people that are chasing you. Get shot in the back and you make it around the corner, and then you like turn around, wait for them to wait for them to show up.
Yeah. I know you're coming. Yeah.
You coming after me? You want to finish the job, buddy? Got something for you.
Come
Hostiles
on.
reclaimed the lead. We've given up the lead.
Here we go.
This is as close as it gets.
Oh, shite.
Tracker's so bad.
So close.
You do the same for
You
me.
need what?
Tracker.
Oh, tracker.
Yeah, the tracker perk makes me feel like one of those dudes that are like when you're like tracking someone in the woods and you like bend down, grab a little piece of dirt, smell it. They were here 6 hours ago.
When I got
one
cocky,
one
didn't
point
ya?
away.
Move up, mark move down. Ceasefire, friendly target.
So close. Gotta maintain. Oh wow, there's someone hanging from the goddamn chandelier. That was good. Oh no, I'm dying now. God damn it. It's the match.
Heads down, sniper
Oh
work.
my god, there's snipers all over.
Finish the job. Should I bust out my goddamn sniper just to be as ready as these?
Yeah, 2 points. Just go, yes.
Proceed to extract.
Just
Adler's lot
barely.
are on the run. Solid job,
Dude, you could have
Crimson.
some good games, bro. Chungus Man 69.
I don't know what a chungus is, but it sounds vaguely lewd.
Big Chungus is a meme. It's basically like a fat bunny.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Number 3,
Uh-oh.
dude. Emote.
Emote.
Emote
How do
time.
I do
Yes.
emote?
Let's
I'm
go.
emoting.
Come on, girl. Boom. Good job.
Got a small emote in.
We're officially neck deep in Black Ops 6. Alright, yeah, I better crash out. But good games, man.
Alright, man.
Have fun.
Yeah, good games.
Oh, yeah. And if
Alright.
you're on tomorrow,
I'll be free tomorrow.
Tomorrow's Tuesday,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Taco Tuesday?
Yes.
I'll be ready. I'll be here and ready.
Alright, cool.
All right, man. Have a great night. Talk to you later. It was so